What's up, everybody? I'm Mr. Cox. You're watching the Occupied Podcast. And first off, we're just going to jump into this. This is about mRNA vaccines not being created by Pfizer or Moderna. They were actually Operation Warp Speed, as you've seen in my previous video. So no big pharma breakthrough. It was DARPA. It's a military project launched in 2012. They act like it was this thing we had to rush job to get it. No, full decade before the COVID pandemic, and it's planned government operative aimed at control. Check this out.
In 2012, DARPA, which is the research division of the military, started a program. It's called the Adept Protect P3 program, Pandemic Prevention Platform. Look what they proposed. They said, listen, we are going to use gene-encoded vaccines as a new category of preventive measures based on RNA or DNA, and in this approach, we will stop a pandemic within 60 days. Within 60 days, in 2012, this was started. When President Trump came out and said it's Operation Warp Speed and they're going to develop vaccines, it would have been nice if he was prepped, or Anthony Fauci was prepped, to say, listen, we're working on this. We've been working on this since 2012. This is not new. This isn't warp speed. This is 10 years in coming. The deception out in the open that this was rapidly developed, that there was all this stunning innovation. The contractors, Moderna got its first multi-million dollar contract in 2013. The military works on programs, both the threat, SARS-CoV-2, and work on the answer, monoclonal antibodies and vaccines. But the military has biological threat programs. There's one for smallpox, monkeypox. There's one for anthrax, and who knows how many more programs. This was part of a program. But the military came up with the idea of messenger RNA vaccines, not Pfizer or Moderna, not Operation Warp Speed. It wasn't in response to what was, came out of Wuhan, China. This is a military program. When it was announced by Health and Human Services, Alex Azar, and the Department of Defense, that's who entered into this, ushered us into the vaccine era. The military. Emergency use authorization is a mechanism to get rapid new technology into the military. It's not a mechanism for the public. Its first application broadly to the public was when the COVID-19 pandemic. That's the reason why the FDA doesn't seem like they have any ownership over this. They can't seem to respond to it. Because it's a military program. This has a military origin to it. And the program is executed like a military program. No one will be spared. There's no exceptions. You can kind of see that the similarities there.
So that's crazy shit. What do you guys think about that? Post it up in the comments. But if you didn't notice my video, I don't know if anyone watched it, the video with the gentleman talking about how the Israelis at MIT developed this vaccine, and he mentioned warp speed, approved by the DoD. I don't know. DARPA's got shady written all over it. That doesn't surprise me at all. They're responsible for some of the most heinous programs using civilian and military as test subjects, basically. Look into some of their, the Y-Files. AJ Gentile, he goes over it. Some things that happened personally to his family, his father-in-law, I believe, involving DARPA and Agent Orange. And this is bad. I don't know how these factions of the government manage to stay operate. Like, how do they give them power still to do anything? I mean, it's just like, is there anyone in there that gives a shit about people at all? Or is it just like, whatever, Oh, you killed thousands of Americans with testing shit on them and fucking weird, crazy shit. There's always some kind of cabal behind it, like, everyone's like, those 5G, 6G is being run out by DARPA. Oh, cool. That sounds exciting. If you looked into 5G or 6G, that sounds super great. Of course DARPA is releasing that. Of course DARPA is responsible for the fucking vaccines. Of course. Who the fuck running DARPA? Anyway, so that's the first bit of news we have today. And
in 2012.
Next up, let's jump into the Lindsey Graham thing, because I think this is, I think having Lindsey Graham on the planet, it really showed that demons do exist. Hell's a real thing. The devil exists. But Lindsey Graham dying really shows that maybe God might exist. Possibly. I might be turning over a new leaf. We don't know. But the NDAA just got blocked by the Democrats in Senate. temporarily. Okay, might be some more. I heard this news on the same day too. Lindsey Graham's dead, and they blocked the NDAA from going through. Section 219, boom. But it's just on pause though, so don't get too excited. Thune flipped his vote to no. It's a procedural thing, so we could bring it back later. So this bill is not dead yet. It's definitely not dead. They're still going to try to push this motherfucker through. So keep an eye on that. And also today I want to talk about, what's her name? Let me go check real quick. I'll be right back. Ooh, before I get into this next thing, let's just roll over all these fucking traitors that are coming out of the woodworks. This is the thing I love about this whole NDAA thing floating its way through, coming out of the committee and then into, all these votes. It's exposing all the assholes big time. Like it might as well just put a big old red mark on your forehead. These dumb motherfuckers. They have to know that it's tagging them like as treasonous fucking traitors. It's a Trojan horse. Everyone knows the NDA is a Trojan horse now. I don't know what kind of excuse they're coming up with. Oh, you're just blocking the military aid from reaching our soldiers and you can't get raises, man. That's not why they're blocking it at all, dipshits. And you know that. You know that. There's no fucking way you don't unless you're just an incompetent fucking moron. What? Hey, some of them might be. Who knows? They never said there's no IQ test that'll, saying you can't be a congressman or a senator. So, we got Senator Dan Sullivan from Alaska. That's an insult to me because I'm from Alaska. So this guy's like, this was the best thing we ever had for Alaskans. It's going to put Alaska on the map. They're giving us millions in fucking military aid, and we're going to hire 5,000 workers. Yeah, they're going to give you a bunch of military aid to set up military shops up there and to have all, and boys, big old like influx of workers to build it all so they can take their fucking taxes to afford the $1 trillion bill they just signed you up for. Dumb fucks. So anyway, and then we got Senator Hyde Smith, this weird, cranky old lesbian. Senate Democrats just blocked the Bipartisan National Defense Authorization Act, the bill that authorizes the funding for our military and strengthens our national defense, and has passed with bipartisan support over 65 straight years. Playing politics with this resource with our wayfighters rely on is indefensible. This bill also includes a pay raise for our service members. And along with the critical investments in education, housing, healthcare, childcare, and military families. Our troops deserve better and the American people deserve better. You dumb cunt. Yeah, you're going to pass this bill and try to tug on everyone's heartstrings with this shit? Just fail to mention the fact that the Israelis were using it as a fucking Trojan horse to merge our military so they could further parasite off our shit? Dumb cunt. So I went off at her. I said, you know why they blocked it? It's not for any of those reasons you stated. Anyone in support of that Trojan horse should lose their seat, be investigated for treason, or at the very least, FARA violations, and work at a gas station the rest of their lives. Quit selling our country out. These people are keen to the bullshit now. Quit insulting your constituents while lining your pockets. That'll get them. So there's that. And there's a bunch of others too. Here's the dumb fuck from Alaska. The insult to my heritage, my upbringing. I lived in Alaska, man. My family lived in Alaska too. We're very prominent up there. If you ever heard of the Club Bar, we're written about in a book in Alaska too. It's kind of crazy story. My family owns this bar. They had some controversial painting on the wall, like a mural, and some nude women. I don't know why, but the town got together and they had this big rally up. They said, it's too controversial, you got to paint over it. Nah. So they paint over it, and just rebelliously, over the years, the painting experienced what was called a pentimento, when a previous painting will kind of seep out from the new painting. So over the years, it slowly started coming back out and started freaking the people out again. They're all, boo, titties. So I don't know what they ended up doing with it. It was written about in a book up there. But anyway, back to this guy. This guy's a total tool bag. Obviously an Israel shill or blackmailed, whatever the fuck. I don't even care anymore. Not pro-America. We'll say that. Okay?
Hey, Alaska.
Hey, Alaskans.
Coming off the Senate floor.
He comes in there like Mr. fucking Rogers. He's like, hey there, neighbor. How are you doing? I was just in there trying to vote for some treasonous shit.
Voting on the National Defense Authorization Act. I voted yes.
Of course.
Something just happened in there, though. Historic, and not historic in a good way. Every Democrat senator, led by Schumer.
I'm surprised to hear Schumer, because Schumer's usually like, we fucking stand with Israel. I guess he turned over a new leaf, maybe.
Voted against starting the debate on the NDAA. Historic because this has never happened in American history.
It's never happened in American history because this is the first time that the Israelis have inserted into the bill that they were going to merge the militaries and get rid, since there's so many budget concerns with sending them all kinds of aid, billions, $300 billion in aid so far. People had a problem with that, and it's been getting out more and more and more. So everyone's having a hard time defending it because all the money's going to fuel a genocide, and all our weapons are going there to kill kids. People got a problem with that. So Bibi Netanyahu just decides, how can we do this? How can we still get the benefits of the American military without all this asking for money things and being judged on it? If we just go ahead and merge our supply chains and merge our intelligence and just start operating like we're in a partnership, like we're just one or the other, then the receipts just go under the Pentagon, and we know where the Pentagon hasn't passed an audit in ever. So it's trillions and trillions of dollars just going into this big black hole that the Pentagon is. No one's going to even know that it's going to us in Israel. They're not even going to question it. It's like, oh, it went to the Pentagon, went to the military. Oh, they figured just raise the defense budget to over $1.5 trillion, and then, because you're eating for two now, right? Why would you raise it that much? I don't get it. Because we're eating for two. That's what they're trying to say. I got an Israel baby in my belly. It's living off my tax dollars. These people are just insatiable. I fucking don't understand it. And these dick fucking weeds in Washington, D.C. walking around like, how fucking dumb do you think we are? I mean, we've been dumb for a long time. They've just been there slithering away, just fucking sliming it up, just fucking blackmail, fucking scandal. And then they tell the American people, this is about paying our soldiers more. No, you wrapped this little Trojan horse, this little fucking parasite tick in all our soldiers and our defense budget, and things that are actually good. Some of the things good, but whatever. You could base an argument on that all day. They stuffed it in the middle, so it just went ahead and got sucked in there with it. And they act like we don't fucking know how to read. So they're like, well, it's just nothing in there. It's just, this is standard operating procedure. Nothing in this bill changes anything. The fuck it doesn't. Holy shit, man. Okay, watch this dickweed. He's going to continue his spiel about how it's just, just fucking tricks the Democrats. This is the best thing the Democrats have done in a long fucking time. I was losing some faith in them. I completely lost faith in the Democrats. They're pissing me off for the last 5, 6, 7 years.
This is a very bipartisan bill. I'm on the committee that writes this bill.
Obviously not bipartisan.
It came out of committee in a huge bipartisan way. The Democrats just voted against it. All of them. Now, this bill funds our military.
Now, why would all the Democrats suddenly together vote against the National Defense Authorization Act? He's right. It's usually bipartisan. There's a reason that suddenly everyone went, whoa, put the fucking brakes on. And you notice who didn't put the brakes on? The fucking conservative party. The party who is just slithering with snakes in there. Just crawling with fucking operatives. I mean, don't get me wrong. The left is appearing to be crawling with operatives, but I know maybe some of them just said, I'll just risk the blackmail they keep threatening on me, or maybe I don't need that APAC money that much, or maybe I got a new donor. I don't know, but obviously someone's not jamming with it in the left there. Someone said something. So
had a pay raise for our troops for Alaska, probably the best NDAA we've ever had, which was $2.6 billion in military.
Except you won't have a fucking country after that. You'll be under Israeli rule, military occupation. Those fucking cocksuckers, we'll get into this later. They're training the goddamn police here now, the IDF. Yeah. Wait to hear this fucking story. This will make you shit your goddamn bricks, dude.
Military construction just for our state, 4,000 jobs.
4,000 jobs. That's 4,000 new taxable paychecks to fund the massive military budget that's going to Alaska. Winning.
Build out that military construction right now. This has never happened before. This bill has passed almost 70 years in a row, always bipartisan, and yet Chuck Schumer, as always, listening to the far left that doesn't want to fund our military, just told all his colleagues to block it, and they just blocked it.
Look at him just walking through, just lying. He's like, this just funds our military. The Democrats don't want to fund our military. The Democrats, if it's bipartisan and passed every year for the last 70 years, obviously the Democrats don't have a problem funding it. It's what's in the fucking bill, dumb shit. How dumb do you think we are? I'm tired of saying it. This guy's a fucking shill too. How do you live with yourself, you fucking motherfucker? Okay, back to it.
Sad day here in the Senate, but I'm going to keep fighting to fund our...
Oh, I bet you will keep fighting because let's check your APAC things, dude. We'll check that in a second. Let's let you keep fucking running your goddamn mouth.
Our troops, the fund Alaska military, and that's what's in that bill right now.
Yeah, among other things. You fucking weasel. Jesus Christ. Well, lo and behold, look at that, Mr. Dan Sullivan, representative of Alaska, U.S. Senator, 789,874 in pro-Israel PACs. No wonder he's sitting there walking this through D.C. Well, I don't know why the left just suddenly blocked this. This funds our military every year. It's going to give us a great budget for things and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Doesn't mention the fucking 219. Doesn't mention it at all. The Democrats are trying to defund the military. No, they're trying to defund your ass and their fucking military from merging with ours. It's bullshit. So, yeah, let's get into this this police training IDF thing I've been getting some wind of. This is real fucking alarming. Oh, and before this goes unmentioned, here's 50 senators, Republican senators who voted to advance the NDAA. Why is fucking Lindsey Graham's name on there? Isn't he dead? Someone just vote for him. They're like, he's going to do that. Well, yeah, he would have done that, but still. Motherfucker's dead. They just put his sister in temporarily to finish out his term. Did she vote for that now? Graham? Maybe. Who knows? So I brought up earlier police, how the IDF is training our police over here. Here's part of it. Some of the ICE agents are actually IDF, past or previously IDF, along with some of our fucking congressmen too. Yeah. He even wears their uniform in fucking Congress, like while he's doing American shit. Whatever, dude. Okay. Check this out.
And we just found out that a lot of ICE agents are actually IDF soldiers.
This is crazy as fuck. I need everybody to save this video just in case it gets taken down again. I just did a video about 30 minutes ago. I've been trying to get it appealed. The appeal did not get approved. Anyways, I presented some identities, okay, of certain ICE agents located specifically in Chicago. A group that I associate myself with went through some public records and found over 2,000 ICE agents, right? Well, throughout those 2,000 ICE agents, specifically 121 of them, right, had experience as an ex-IDF soldier. If you went up and down this entire list of individuals, you'd notice that their last names in particular, right, all lead back to one specific location with no other job experience. And maybe it won't let me post it because it's personal information. I have no idea. But there's literally a whole motherfucking list of these people and they all look the same. Which tells me exactly why they're choosing to hide their faces, because just imagine, right, if some information like that were to get out. Which is why I'm making this video once again. I'm just saying, if you look into the background of these specific individuals, you might notice that they're not exactly a U.S. citizen. That in itself would...
This guy reminds me of Seth Green in Can't Hardly Wait. Think about it for a second. Yeah.
Prove everything, especially why they're acting the way that they are.
Okay, I'm going to read this. The document reportedly describes giving contractors dockets of 10,000 people at a time with additional assignments in increments of 10,000 to 1 million. Earlier this year, a group of military contractors, including former Blackwater CEO and Trump ally Eric Prince, reportedly circulated a plan advocating for private initiatives to track immigrants. According to the pitch materials obtained by Politico, the proposal included a bounty program offering cash rewards or state or local law enforcement officers for each undocumented individual detained. Interesting. Israeli drone startup. Oh yeah, this was the what was it called? The Smart Cities Initiative, or no, that's not it. I did a podcast on it not too long ago. Model Cities Initiative. So they're talking about basically when 2027 hits, they're expecting a massive upheaval in society. Basically, civilians going ape shit because all this shit's coming out of the bag, and then suddenly people realize it all at once and go, ah! And we all riot and freak the fuck out. They're anticipating this also because they're probably going to pass the NDAA. They're anticipating that to happen, and they're anticipating a draft to start in the United States, which is going to throw everybody into a fucking frenzy, rightfully so. Especially when you look at the ages they're going to be drafting and where they're going to be sending them. Yeah. For who? Not us. So Israeli drone startup Extend has secured a multi-million-dollar contract from the U.S. Department of Defense to develop and deliver AI-enabled modular one-way attack drones designed for close quarter combat. Basically what you see in Ukraine. Drones that and blow people up. So they're kamikaze missions. The award was announced by the Office of the Assistant Secretary of War, Secretary of Defense, Officer of War, I'm gonna fucking say that shit, for special operations, low intensity conflict, and highlights Israel's growing leadership in the drone market as the U.S. military boosts its drone procurement. Now, they're actually training to release these drones here to control dissenters, aka pissed off civilians, pissed off American citizens who deserve better leadership than this.
The IDF trains American police officers and ICE officers in Israel.
They train with U.S. ICE, with U.S. Homeland Security,
NYPD.
NYPD. And that's what's called through a SME program, subject matter exchange, where our police, etc., train with them. So these National Guard soldiers that will soon be in or are in Chicago have trained with and train with Israel habitually for years. So when you look at all of these pieces of who do we have operating on the streets of Portland and the streets of New York and in DC, and who's going into Chicago, all components and elements that have trained hand in hand with the IDF or the Israeli Ministry of the Interior Gendarmerie paramilitary police.
Absolutely amazing. I also
That's
heard
not a
they
coincidence.
They do anti-Semitism training, not just physical training, but brainwash training, basically, for them, too.
Jesus Christ, look at that guy's fucking forehead. Anyway, anti-Semitism training, that's an ADL thing. They train 20,000 police officers a year on how to, spot anti-Semitism and charge with hate crimes. That all links up with the Randy Fine passing laws, in Florida, just having a fucking heyday. Just, that's a hate crime, it's a hate crime, everything's a hate crime. Only if it's anti-Semitism, though. If you get caught saying anything about Muslims or Arabs or Islam, fuck you. We don't care about your defamation, only ours. It's us. That guy's a fat idiot. So, yeah, this is insane. We're just, you know what I've noticed a lot is they just they like to just step into things that are already done for them and then just say it's theirs. Like the homes of Palestinians. Yep. They're like, oh, this is nice. Thanks for letting us stay here. Yeah, Hitler is such a dick. But this is that a walnut? Okay, I can do with walnut. That's cool. Anyway, so when are you going to work? Oh, how long have you been gone for? Okay. Want me to do anything while you're gone? Fuck your wife. Steal your dishes. Lock the door. Never let you back in. Cool. Sounds good. Bye-bye. Locks the door. Sucker. Oh, Hitler was dick. Got that crossed off the list. Suckers. They come home. Someone's knocking on the door. They're back? Yeah, they're back. This is their house. Not anymore, it's not. We took it this morning when they left for work. Well, tell them to go away. You tell them to go away. Just point the gun out the window. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know. Whatever. So what's this jerk wagon saying? The American, we don't know. But the NDAA just got blocked by the Democrats in Senate. Temporarily. Okay. Might be some more. I heard this news on the same day, too. Lindsey Graham's dead, and they blocked the NDAA from going through. Section 219. Boom. But it's just on pause, though, so don't get too excited. Thune flipped his vote to no. It's a procedural thing. so he could bring it back later. So this bill's not dead yet. It's definitely not dead. They're still going to try to push this motherfucker through. So keep an eye on that. The Israelis have inserted into the bill that they were going to merge the militaries and get rid, since there's so many budget concerns with sending them all kinds of aid, billions, $300 billion in aid so far. People had a problem with that, and it's been getting out more and more and more. So everyone's having a hard time defending it because all the money's going to fuel a genocide, and all our weapons are going there to kill kids. People got a problem with that.
The Democrats just voted against it, all of them. Now, this bill funds our military.
Now, why would all the Democrats suddenly together vote against the National Defense Authorization Act? He's right. It's usually bipartisan. There's a reason that suddenly everyone went, whoa, put the fucking brakes on. And you notice who didn't put the brakes on? The fucking conservative party. The party who is just slithering with snakes in there. Just crawling with fucking operatives.